Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. My name is Paul and today I'm going to do a shooting script, and I will be doing a script for the bullet and a script to make the gun always point where the crosshair is hitting. And I will do a lock cursor script as well. As you can see, there's some highlighted here. I'll play it so you can see. I press play, notice the cursor disappears, and I can shoot. I also leave bullet holes when I shoot. Press pause and I will show you how to make them now. So I'll just turn this one off. Let's do the gun that I had, and I will create a new cube that's a child of the camera holder, and I will rescale this so it's 0.1 and 0. Just have to move it. So wherever makes sense for you, just leave it there for the moment. It's okay. And I will call this gun, and inside gun we'll create another cube, and change this to 0.1, the Z scale to 0.1, forward. I want it to be just a little bit past the front of the gun, and we can take off the box collider and the mesh render. No need for either of them. So we'll call this bullet emitter. And that is the gun primarily set up. We just need to put scripts on. We have to write them first. So I will do the bullet script first. Go to my scripts folder. Find my bullet script A. So that's my empty one. And okay, so we don't need any public variables for this. So we'll start off with an invoke. Say this is disable. And we'll wait for 3 seconds. So when the bullet is enabled, switched on from our object pool, which we'll do in a few minutes, after 3 seconds this function will be called, and this function is going to be GameObject.setActive and false. So after 3 seconds the bullet will be turned off. Okay, and when the bullet is turned off we want to stop the invoke, so we do cancel invoke, and there we go. Now I actually want to put, leave it down here. Okay, so we want to move the bullet, so transform that translate, and we want to go forward, so vector3 dot forward, and we'll say that's multiplied by shoot script. In fact, we've got a shoot script. Change that in a minute. No. Underscore a dash f underscore. We're going to create this script in a moment, so we'll be able to I just know that that's what I want to call the variable in the next script we're going to do. And then time delta time. Okay, so now we want to create a raycast so we can see if the bullet has hit anything, and if it has hit something we want a bullet hole to be placed where the bullet has hit. So we'll say raycast hit. And we'll call this hit. Ray equals new ray. And this new ray will be coming from the position of the transform. So we'll say transform position. And we want it to go forward, so we'll say transform forward. Okay. Next we want a quaternion to see what way the bullet hole should be facing. Rotation equals to new quaternion. And just say 0F, 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 0F. Because we're just initializing it there. Actually use it later on. So we want a bullet hole. Game object dot find tag. And we'll just call it bullet hole. And then just want to be able to see where it is. Take this. And we'll multiply this by 2F. Because we have to be able to see it when it's moving really fast. And 2 meters would be just about enough, I think, if we're moving at 100 meters a second. So I want to say if physics.raycast, say ray out hit, then say 2F. We need to put in a color here. So if hit dot transform is not equal to null, say disable. So we'll call the disable function again, which will turn off the game object. And now we want to use our hit rotation variable. Hit rotation equals quaternion dot from to vector 3 dot up, and then hit dot normal. So it will find the normal of the hit and set the rotation to be upwards from that hit position. Then we need to say instantiate bullet hole hit dot point, and then we want to add a little bit from this, so say transform forward, and multiply that by -1F, and then multiply it again by 0.01F. So this means that there'll be no Z fighting. Let's say hit that rotation. And that's our bullet script. just save that now. Control S. And then I will move on to the shooting script. And in the shooting script, we'll get to create this variable. So copy this now. And comment this back in. And now we can start with our variables. Transform T underscore bullet emitter. So that's what we called it in Unity. Okay, so now we need to create a list that can be populated. So public list, and it's going to be a list of game objects, and we'll call this bullets pooled. And now we want an object to populate that list. So we'll say game object. We'll call this bullet. Now we need a public int. And we'll call this I underscore pooled amount. And we want two more. Is the public int I underscore ammo and clip. Another public int will be I underscore full clip amount. Now this is where we need to create our public static float. Just press Ctrl V, and now we want to make a version of this that we can see in the inspector. I know it's not the perfect way to do it, but it's a simple way for now. Just call it the same with viz at the end, so we know that it's a visible one. Just say public float reload time. And last booth. Public build can't fire. Make that equal to true. Want to get fires as we start. So now, when we press start, when we press play, we want this list to be populated with this game object. So to do that, we will say bullets pooled equals to new list of type game object, and then say for int I equals 0, I less than I underscore pooled amount, and I plus plus. So now we want to create a new game object, call this object, and we'll equal that to game object instantiate, and we want to put bullet in here. So now at start, this for loop will run through, and for every time I comes up, so it'll I1, I2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And the game object, a new game object will be created, which will be created from this bullet, which is a prefab. And then what we want to do is we want to say that that object is set inactive, so false. And then we want to add bullets pooled dot add this game object. And we want to say at start I underscore ammo clip is equal to I underscore full clip amount. And we want to say that F underscore muzzle velocity is equal to F underscore muzzle velocity visible. So that visible is the one that we will have in the inspector in Unity. So now to say if we press a button, so up here I have Unity standard assets like cross-platform input, so that gives us access to the input manager, and in here I'm going to use the input manager. So if I say if cross-platform input manager dot get button down, I call it fire one because that's what the left mouse button is set to in the input manager. So if that is, and there's ammo in the clip, so this is greater than or equal to 1, and can fire is true. So if that is true, we want to say fire. But if we don't have any ammo, so copy this, and we will change this to less than 1. We want to reload. Well, we want to say can fire is equal to false first, and then we want to reload. So it's because reload is in the enumerator, we say start coroutine, put in semicolon. So now we're going to move on to firing the bullet. So to fire the bullet, we do for int equals I int I equals 0, excuse me, I less than bullets pooled I plus plus. Okay, and then we say if bullets pooled so if bullets pooled I is not set active in hierarchy, we want to say that the bullet position is equal to the bullet emitter position, and the bullet rotation is equal to the bullet emitter rotation. So to do that, we'll say we'll copy this first. And dot transform the position equals to T underscore bullet emitter position. Control V again. Dot rotation is equal to T underscore rotation. dot set active is equal to true, and then I underscore ammo clip equals I underscore ammo clip minus 1, and then break. And now for the reload, it's just going to stop us from shooting. That's all it'll do for the moment. In a later video we'll be able to upgrade it. Return, wait for seconds, and we want to pass reload speed in here. Reload time, we call it. And then we'll say I underscore ammo clip equals to I underscore full ammo, full clip amount. And then we'll say that can fire equals to true. We'll save that, and we'll go to our gun look at screen point script. Okay, so we need 3 variables for this. Public camera, underscore camera, public. In fact, it doesn't need to be public at all. Vector 3 underscore look at. That's can look at. Okay, so we just want to create a raycast hit and array. So raycast hit ray new ray, and we're going to say that this is camera. So transform position, and then we'll say transform. In fact, no, we'll say cam dot forward dot transform dot forward. And then we'll just debug that so we can see it. Copy this in, multiply by 500, and say its color is red. So now we need to call the raycast. Physics raycast. Let's say ray out hit, and this will go in to infinity. The ray itself will go to infinity, but at the ray that we cast will only go 500 meters, well 500 units. Assume it's in meters. So if the transform is not equal to null, so in other words, if it hits anything, we will say v3 underscore look at equals to hit that point, and can look at can be equal to true. I'm going to put an else here. We'll say look at. So if can look at, we would say this dot transform dot look at, let's say look at the vector tree. If it's not, then this dot transform dot rotation equals to transform dot parent dot rotation. And this is the lock cursor script. This is taken directly from Unity, the Unity built-in mouse look script. So I just copied these two variables, because these are the only two that I need here. And I copied this from the update, because there's a bit more in the update, but it's not needed for this. And I copied these three functions and just pasted them into the script that I call lock cursor. And now that we have our scripts done, go back into Unity and I will create a new bullet that we can fire. Okay, so create a cube. In fact, I will just drop this into the bullet emitter and center it. Just scale it down. In fact, we'll take it out before we scale it down. Okay, so 0.1 across the board. In fact, make it smaller. Make it 0.05, and the box collider on the Z can be 2. Call this bullet. In fact, we call it bullet. No, I'll just call it bullet. And we will create a capsule in this, and we'll rotate the capsule 90 degrees on the X. Just make sure box collider is fitting around that. Yes, that's perfect. Just call this bullet as well. And we will go to our prefabs folder and create prefab. We call this bullet A. And I will drag, in fact, before I drag it on, I will add the bullet script to it. Bullet script. And we will drag this in here now. And it's a prefab. And if we press play now, we have an error. Builds.count. That's it. Now, what we want to do is we want to go to the gun and we want to add the shoot script to the gun. So now the gun, the bullet emitter, to drag in, to drag the bullet in. So we have to go to prefabs and bullet A. Pooled amount, we'd say is 20. And one clip, we can leave that. Let's say 10 in it, and we will say 10 for the moment for the muzzle velocity, just so we can see it moving, and 3 seconds for reload. Okay. So now, if we press play, yet. Wait, so we're not able to look at the where the crosshair is pointing at, so I have to put another script on. And that is our script. Our camera is the actual camera object itself, not the holder, because we're accessing a type of camera rather than a type of transform. So now we can shoot where the crosshair is pointing, and we have to wait to reload. And we can't shoot anymore, we have to wait to reload again. And that's how I get the gun to shoot. Just the one last thing, just to show you the crosshair. The crosshair is simply just a canvas, and it's set to screen space overlay. I have it set to scale, so if I scale, it'll stay in the middle of the screen. And the crosshair itself is just an image. Zoom out, you can see it there. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It was helpful, and I hope you will come back and see my next tutorial. Thank you very much.